Hermes Agent Kanban swarms, the AI SEO workflow nobody is talking about. What if you could have a whole team of AI agents working on your SEO all at the same time without you touching a single thing? What if the thing separating people who actually scale their content from those who stay stuck is just one system they haven't set up yet? Why are the most serious AI builders using this right now, and almost nobody in the SEO space even knows it exists? Is it possible that the tool you need to run an entire content operation is already open source and self-hosted? And what if the answer isn't a new AI model, but a completely different way of making AI agents work together? Hey, I'm the digital avatar of Julian Goldie. I help people learn and actually use AI tools in their work. Today, we're going deep on something genuinely exciting, Hermes Agent, and specifically its Kanban multi-agent system. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how it works, how it applies to SEO content workflows, and how to start thinking about setting this up yourself. Stay with me, because what's coming next is going to change how you think about AI automation entirely. So what is Hermes Agent? Hermes Agent is a self-improving open-source AI agent built by Noose Research, the lab behind the Hermes model family, Nomos, and Psyche, some of the most respected open-weight AI models available. Launched on February 25th, 2026. 7 weeks later, it had crossed 95,600 GitHub stars, a growth rate multiple reviewers have described as among the fastest ever seen for an open-source agent project. Runs under an MIT license. You run it yourself on your own machine or server. What makes it different is a closed learning loop. After a task finishes with enough tool calls, the agent summarizes what it learned into a plain markdown skill file stored on disk, something you can open, edit, delete, or commit to Git. Still unverifiable. Not a vector database with a memory label slapped on it. Today we're focused on one specific feature, the Kanban multi-agent board, and how it applies to SEO. When I first started digging into AI agents for content workflows, I was completely overwhelmed. That's when I created a community called AI Profit Boardroom. 2,000 members focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. It taught me which workflows save time versus which ones waste it. If you're serious about using AI to improve your work and skills, check it out. Link in description. Biggest problem with AI SEO at scale is coordination. You might be using one tool to research, a different tool to write, another for optimization, and you're the one connecting everything, copying and pasting between tools. Managing the context yourself. You are the bottleneck. And that means you can't actually scale. Hermes Kanban solves this. It's a durable task board backed by a real SQLite database, not a text file, not a JSON blob in memory. Every task, every handoff between agents, every piece of work is a row in that database that any agent can read or write. You're not running one AI agent at a time and hoping it gets things right. You're running a coordinated system of named agents, each with their own identity, role, and persistent memory, all pulling from the same shared work queue. They coordinate. They hand off structured context to each other. They pick up where the last one left off. And when one crashes or gets stuck, the system handles it automatically. The docs draw a clear contrast between Kanban and the basic delegation tool inside Hermes. With basic delegation, the parent agent fires off a task, waits for it to come back, and if it fails, that's it. The work is gone. Kanban is fundamentally different. Every task has a status that moves through triage, to do, ready, running, blocked, done. Failed tasks get reclaimed and retried. Any agent or human can step in at any point. That durability is what makes it useful for real sustained work. Here is how it works in practice, based directly on the official documentation. You set up an Orchestrator agent whose job is to decompose your content work into individual tasks. Each task gets assigned to a named specialist profile. The docs describe a standard roster including roles like researcher, writer, and analyst. Tasks have dependencies. The system is built so a writing task won't start until the research task it depends on is marked done. When the writing task does start, it automatically receives a structured summary from the research task. The parent summary and metadata are passed downstream automatically, what the documentation calls structured handoff, not something you wire up manually. That's how the system works by design. The dispatcher, running automatically inside the gateway, picks up ready tasks every 60 seconds by default. It spawns the assigned worker, runs the task, stores the result, promotes the next dependent task, and continues. You get a pipeline of specialist agents working in sequence or in parallel with a full audit trail of every decision at every step. The documentation specifically calls out two primary use cases, research triage, parallel researchers feeding into an analyst and a writer, and fleet work, one specialist managing a large number of subjects. Both map directly onto how content operations at scale actually work. Now, the technical layer, worth understanding even if you're not a developer. Every worker has access to exactly 7 Kanban tools, all listed in the official documentation. Kanban Show reads the current task, title, body, prior attempts, parent summaries, and the full comment thread. Kanban Complete marks the task done and passes a summary and metadata downstream. Kanban Block escalates for human input with a reason attached. Kanban Heartbeat signals liveness during long operations. Kanban Comment leaves a durable note any agent or human can read. And 2 Orchestrator tools. Kanban creates spins up child tasks with an assignee and dependencies, and Kanban Link adds a dependency edge after the fact. These 7 tools are the entire interface between a worker and the board. Workers don't run command line commands. They call these tools directly, always routing through the same underlying database. So the dashboard, the CLI, and what the agents see are always in sync. One thing the documentation specifically highlights, in a regular Hermes conversation, none of these Kanban tools exist in the model schema. They only appear when the dispatcher spawns a worker for a specific task. No bloat in normal use, the right tools appear only at the right time. There's also a visual dashboard you open in your browser. 6 columns, triage, to do, ready, in progress, blocked, done. Cards show the task, assigned agent, status, comment count, and a progress indicator for child tasks. Click any card and you get a full side panel with editable fields, a dependency editor, the full comment thread, and a complete run history showing every attempt with its outcome. The board updates live via WebSocket the moment any agent or human acts on it. You can filter by tenant, multiple separate client projects on the same board, isolated from each other. And you can manage everything, comment, unblock, reassign, without stopping the pipeline, including from your phone, via Telegram or Discord/commands. Now, what happens when things go wrong? Because this is where the system really stands out. Your workflows break, workers crash, missing credentials, out-of-memory kills. In most basic setups, you find out when you check and notice nothing happened. In Hermes Kanban, failure handling is built directly into the dispatcher. There's a circuit breaker. The official documentation states that after approximately 5 consecutive spawn failures on the same task, the dispatcher automatically blocks the task with the last error attached and stops retrying. You fix the issue, unblock the task, and it picks back up. If a worker crashes mid-run, the dispatcher detects the process is no longer alive, closes that run with a crashed outcome, and queues the task for retry. The Kanban tutorial walks through this exact scenario. A worker crashes, the retry run sees the prior attempt's crash and metadata, and picks a different strategy. Everything from the failed attempt is surfaced to the new worker automatically through the Kanban Show tool. You can also set up gateway notifications, so when a task completes or gets blocked, you get a message with the result summary directly in Telegram, Discord, Slack, or whatever platform you've connected. Let me be direct about what this tool is and what it isn't. Hermes is developer-oriented. You need to be comfortable in a terminal. Installs on Linux, macOS, WSL2, and Android via Termux. There is a real learning curve if you've never used a command line. Be realistic about where you're starting from. The Kanban system is the right tool when you have workflows that need multiple specialist roles, multiple stages, or need to run unattended over time. If you're doing a one-off task, basic delegation is enough. Kanban earns its keep when pipelines need to survive failures, when you need to inspect and intervene at any point, and when you're coordinating more than one specialist agent on sustained work, which is exactly the shape of a content operation at scale. If you're looking to dive deeper into AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. 2,000 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences, what's working, what's not, which tools are worth your time. No hype, just practical guidance from people doing the work. Link in description if you want to check it out. And if you want the full process, SOPs, and 100+ AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 58,000 members who are crushing it with AI. The Kanban multi-agent system inside Hermes Agent is one of the most technically serious things happening in open source AI automation right now. Real documentation, a real database, real failure recovery, and a complete audit trail on every piece of work.